Hello and welcome back. We just recovered the map we were told to find, so we're going to go ahead and return that to the Scoutmaster. And we find here that there's actually there's a named enemy here. Silazan is his name, and he actually gives you a clue as to where the map is, but it's right next to him anyway, so it's really not very helpful. There's a few named enemies in the game that you can talk to, and I believe there's one little quest you can do between them that I can't remember exactly what it's about. I'll post a video about it later when I've done it. I don't really want to have to track it down at the moment. They're just two Xiaohu who look just like the others, except they happen to be named. And oh, I don't know if I ever noticed this staircase before. I wonder if there's anything down here. Oh no, this is just the this is just where we found our brother Chorus. Okay, well, anyway, we'll head back to the Scoutmaster and get the last of our training. And that'll pretty much conclude all of our dealings with him. And it'll free us up to get back to business. And this wolf seems to want to kill us, so we'll kill him first. The game can be occasionally a bit inconsistent on who gives you training points and who doesn't. I don't think the wolves are giving us any in this one, and a number of the Xiaohu don't either, namely all the ones that respawn, but I suppose that is sort of fair, otherwise you could get unlimited number of training points, and that would sort of ruin the game since you just become unstoppably powerful, I suppose. So I suppose that was fine. Oh, and one thing that came to mind recently was that the order of the class quests seems to be in order of need. The warrior seems to have the biggest trouble in the game, and he gets his class quest first, as well as his special training, and mage has the least need for it, being the most powerful, and he gets his last. I don't know if that's coincidental or if it was intended, but it works out fairly well nonetheless. We'll be getting our special quest and our special chapter after we're done this chapter, and it's going to be a lot more interesting than this one, fortunately, because this one is a bit dull. I find it's not very it's a bit more interesting as a scout because you actually go around and snipe people and make use of your high stealth. We don't really need it that much, but we're using it anyway. Anyway, we found the maps, and he lets us keep it. And if we come back to talk to him again, we find he was actually onto us all along, and he knows we're a human. And he explains that he's actually a human as well, and his mother was captured, and she managed to trick them into bringing him up as one of their own. And he's been helping us along the whole time. First of all was to find the Houndmaster tunic, which would help us with our mission in the enemy camp. Second was to eliminate the lizardmen, who actually were sincere in their attempts of forming an alliance with the Ahul. We managed to neutralize that fairly easily. And finally was to find the map, which will help us find our way around the village. So it's a rather interesting story to hear, and you miss it completely if you don't come back and talk to him again. So that was an interesting little thing I thought they added. And he's an interesting character. Fortunately, quite often I find that I end up killing him without realizing who he is. I know the first few times I played it, I always killed him off before I really got a chance to really figure out what he was about, and that was kind of strange. I really shouldn't have killed him, but I always ended up doing it. Anyway, Yeah, it wasn't until I actually played the game with the scout that I realized what the guy was supposed to be, and proceeded to not kill him as often. Anyway, we've now completed that part of the chapter, and we still have to complete Mudam's quest. So we're going to go seek out the locations that he wanted us to find, and see what can be found there. So we've already done one, and that leaves two remaining. And the first of them is, I think we're going to go to the bottom left again and see what we can find. Hopefully we'll find something interesting. Actually, I think if we head back to the area with the Houndmaster, we might find something there. I think that's where one of the locations is that we're supposed to scout out. So that's where we'll head. We'll pass by the trainers again. This again was one of the 3 locations we were supposed to search, and that's already been done, fortunately. And we'll head back to Village 10, which is where the Houndmaster was, because I think that's where there's something interesting. I believe I might have commented on that before, but I wasn't terribly sure at the time, and I wanted to get the Houndmaster thing done first. But we'll go see. Let's see here. Ah, here we are. They seem to be building a battering ram. That's interesting. Very interesting. Now, the thing about this is that you would think that destroying the battering ram would be a good idea, but you're not supposed to do this just yet. I believe, since you weren't given orders to do so, the reasoning is that you shouldn't. But I always thought that was a bit odd, and quite often I ended up doing it anyway. And unfortunately, I think it screws you out of a quest later on in Chapter 6, so don't destroy the catapult when you first find it. We're going to report back to Mudam with the information, and then see what's to be done about it. Interestingly enough, you can actually kill all the training warriors and put an end to that rather easily, but that apparently doesn't count against you for some reason. If you come here, you find a chest. One of them is the Helm of Awareness or Alertness, and it's not too bad. It's one of the better helmets in the game. It raises your perception quite a bit. There's also the Mail of Midnight, which increases your stealth by 10 and gives you a bunch of protection. There's the Vorworm Skin Shoes, which I believe protect you from electricity. Nope, they're just decent shoes. They're not too bad. And there's also the Cloak of Storms, which increases your electrical resistance. So I guess we'll take some of this, since that's all fairly interesting. I'll just shuffle these items around a bit and put that there. And there you have it. We'll put on the Mail of Midnight, since it'll help our stealth rating quite a bit. It's quite a bit better than this black studded leather tunic. It's actually in every way superior, I believe. So that's fairly useful. Oh, and there's a shaman here who I didn't notice. And he didn't notice us, fortunately, which is why we're still alive. And we'll go ahead and kill him. And he has some interesting stuff on him. He has a Ring of Greater Protection from magic, and a Ring of Greater Protection from fire. So those are both helpful to have if we ever have dire need of that kind of protection. I'm sure we will eventually. And that done, there's probably yet more to find. So we'll head to the left and see what's there. Right now we're in village number 14. So we've explored quite a few areas. And I don't think I've missed too much just yet. There's still one little side quest that I'll probably skip over. There's 2 named Ahul that you can talk to, and they'll give you a little. There's a little exchange you can do with them. That'll get you a bit of experience. Here we find another little tent, and there's a warlord guarding it. And if you kill him, you'll find a chest with some more goodies inside of it. And one of them is a Ring of Shadows, which increases your Stealth and Charm, and reduces your restriction, so we'll probably put that on. And there's Boots of Evasion, which increase your defense. But other than that, there isn't too much of interest here. And I think I'm going to pause the video for now, and I'll excuse me, see you next time.